The book of Ecclesiasticus 45:26. Thy gave you wisdom in your heart to judge thy people in righteousness, that good things aren't abolished, and their glory endures forever. 45:18. Strangers conspired against him and maligned him in the wilderness. Also the congregation of the Korah with fury and wrath. 45:19. Thy saw this and was displeased. In his wrathful indignation were they consumed. Maccabees 11:15. Alexander made war with Ptolemy. 11:16. Alexander fled into Arabia. Ecclesiasticus? Oh yeah, Maccabees. Alright, switched over. So first Maccabees 11:15, 11:16, now 11:18. Ptolemy died, and those in the strongholds killed each other. 11:21. Certain ungodly humans who hated their own people told the king that Jonathan took the tower. 12:3. And they went to Rome to renew their friendship. 12:31. Blank. 12:38. Set up 7 pyramids. 13:31. Tryphon dealt falsely with Antiochus, then killed him. 13:32. Crowned himself king of Asia, bringing great calamity among the land. 13:34 through 38. Simon sent word to the king Demetrius that the land should have immunity because of the actions of Tryphon. Whatever covenant we made with you and the strongholds shall stand. 12:46. Jonathan, believing him, sent away his soldiers. 12:48. Soon as Jonathan entered Ptolemais, Tryphon shut the gates, captured Jon, and those with him killed him with the sword. 12:49. Tryphon sent footmen to destroy Jonathan's men in Galilee. 12:42 through 45. Tryphon made a peace offering with Jonathan. Go back to show earlier. Second Maccabees 6:8. Decree went out to the neighbor cities of the heathens given by Ptolemy against the Israelites to follow his laws and sacrifice to their sacrifice. 6:9. And those who didn't would be put to death. 6:12. Read this to know the calamities and to fear, seeing this judgment is a punishment for the corrections of our nation. I would say respect them. 6:13. For it is an example of thy goodness. The evildoers aren't suffered for a long time. 6:17. I believe 6:17. Let this be warning to us. First John 3:3. All those who hope in thy purify themselves, just as thy is pure. 3:4. Everyone who sins breaks the law. In fact, so this is First John talking about the law. First John. Everyone who sins breaks the law. In fact, sin is lawlessness. 3:5. They came to take away sin, or thy came to take away sin. 3:6. Yet none who live in thy continues to sin, and those who continue to sin haven't heard nor seen thy notes. Or my note says, how do you sin if there is no law, if the laws are done away with? And like right there, like that one right there states that even though it says he take away the sin, but how can you? But right there, 3:6. But yet you still sin. Take away the sin, the transgression, to give grace, to elevate yourself. It doesn't wipe away sin. But follow the Christians, not the Israelites. 3:7 through 8 blank. 3:16. We should lay down our lives for our brethren. 3:17. If you have possessions and see brethren in need, yet you aid them not, how is that love? Woo! How is the love of thy in that person? still how's that love? 3:18, let us not love with words, only with actions and truth. Who are you? 3:19, this is how we know we belong to truth. Our hearts are at rest in thy presence. 3:20 through 24, exactly blank. 11, or the second Maccabees 6:20 through 29 is blank, but I have a star. Revelations 18:23, the light of a candle shall shine no more in you. The voice of the bridegroom, or the bride and the bridegroom, shall be heard no more in you. For your merchants were great humans of the earth. By your sorceries were all nations deceived. 18:17, in 1 hour such great riches have come to nothing. 13:14, deceive them that dwell on the earth by means of miracles, telling those on the earth to make image of the beast. 13:15, and those worshiping the beast would be killed. Second Maccabees 6:28, leave a notable example to the young to die willingly and courageously for the honorable and holy law. 6:29, they that led him changing the good, will they give him for a short term? So they that led him changing the good, will they give him for a short time, yet changing into hatred. So they showed them love for a short time. For the foretold speeches proceeded as they thought from a desperate mind. Exactly, out of desperation, fakeness. Matthew 28:19 through 20, therefore go and make disciples of all nations. Verse 20, teaching them to obey everything I commanded you. Tobit 14:15, yet before he died, he heard of the destruction in Nineveh, which was taken by Nebuchadnezzar in Assuerus. Before his death, he rejoiced over Nineveh. First Maccabees 2:55, Yahushua or Yahshua, for fulfilling the word, was made a judge of Israel. And the more proved that it refers to Yahshua from, was at the book of Yahshua and Moses. Verse 2:56, Caleb, for bearing witness before the congregation received the heritage of the land. So that right there, that same Caleb that say when he said let's take the land, and actually it was Caleb that said let's take the land, and Joshua backed them up. They came out, the 24 spies that searched out the land, and the other 22 spies said no, we can't take it, and only Caleb and Joshua backed them up saying yes, we can take it. 3:35, that right there, that's my whole point, that it says Jesus in the Maccabees, but then it says Joshua, but it means Joshua. Anyway, 3:35, that he should send an army against them to destroy and root them out, the remnants of Jerusalem, and to take away their memorials from that place. 3:36, that he should place strangers in all their quarters and divide their land by lots. 1 Corinthians 9:9. For it's written in the law of Moses, you'll not muzzle the ox. Why are they still referring to the law in Corinthians if Moses' law is no longer right? I got it in parentheses. Why reason about the law if the law is not active? Hebrews 10:28. Any who throws away the law of Moses dies without mercy. Woo! Hebrews, this is well after Christ is going. Well after. Acts 15:21, Moses of the ancient generations is preached and read in the synagogues every Sabbath. Galatians 3:17, the law which came 430 years later does not invalidate a covenant. First Maccabees 2:50, be zealous for the law, give your lives for the covenant. 2:51, call to remembrance the acts of the Father. Titus To 7, having a pattern of good works and doctrine showing uncorruptness and gravity and sincerity. To 8, speaking truth that no one is able to condemn and have no true evil to say of you. Isaiah 28:18, your covenant with death shall fail, your agreement with hell shall not stand. When overflowing scourges passes through, you'll be trodden down with it. I have Isaiah 28:1-12. I guess it's Isaiah 28:17. Hell shall sweep the refuge, the refuge lies, or the refuge of lies, and water will overflow the hiding places, or the hiding places. 28:16. I laid the foundation stone in Sion, a tested stone, precious cornerstone, sure foundation, and those who know it won't act hastily. 28:15, because you said we've made a covenant with death and agreement with hell, overflowing scourges shall pass by. Okay, I already read that one. 28:7. This is through. The priest and the prophets teach to yet what? Oh yeah, so 28:7 continue. The priests and the prophets teach yet are full of filth. Who are they attempting to teach? Saying, do this, a law for this, a little for here, a little for there. With their lips and tongues they will speak to you, to the people, and if that's how they desire, they told them, said this is the resting place, yet they didn't listen. They will send the word, do this law for this, and a little here and a little there. So that as they go, they'll fall backwards and they'll be injured, snared, and captured. 2 Maccabees 2:1. It's also in the records that Jeremiah the prophet that was carried away 2:2 had given them the law and forgot not the commands, that they wouldn't err in their minds. 2:2 again, or 2, I guess. And when seeing gold and silver images and their ornaments, 2:3 gave speeches that they'd hold to the law and not depart from their hearts. 2:4, and they warned him, so took the ark into the mountains where Moses climbed and saw the heritage. 2:5-6, and he found a hollow cave, and those following weren't able to trace his footsteps. 5:11, he said, this place shall be known until thy gathers thy people, they give them mercy. 5:8, either this is 5:8 or 2:8. I would say this could be 2:8 because it sounds like it's the same. So yeah, these might be 2:7 and 2:8, or it could be 5:8 and 5:7. Then thy will show them all of these things, and the glory shall appear, and the cloud also, as it is shown to Moses. Ecclesiastes 7:7, surely oppression makes a wise man mad. John 1:17, for the law was given by Moses, grace and truth realized through Christ. See, the law was given, grace and truth realized by Christ.